So I listened to one of my students' sales calls, and he was making a few key areas that were keeping them stuck from breaking past that 20, 30K a month ceiling. And if you're a sales rep also held back by the very same ceiling, you are probably making the same mistakes. My name's Ahmed. I train high ticket closers. I have been a high ticket closer. I've been in this space for like 5 years now. And I also went from a place of only closing at around 10%. I got mentorship. I studied every single day. I learned the nuances, which I teach now, and was able to close sometimes even 90% in some cases for some very, very difficult offers in this space. In this video, I'm actually going to show you one of the old live calls I had with one of my students who now makes well over 30K a month, closing at to 90%. And you're going to see what he learned from me, from the nuances that he needed to change and some of the issues he was facing that actually kept him stuck only making like 4 or 5K a month. And chances are you're probably doing the same mistake as well. So if you really want to make money in this game, you're going to want to watch this video. It's one of the old coaching calls I did. You're going to learn a shit ton of value because all the principles still apply today. As you can see, it's almost making 40K a month. So if you want to do the same, clock in, get a pen and paper, let's get into it.
So it all starts from the beginning. And it's something I've mentioned before already.
The camera?
No, not the camera. Let's listen to it so you can see it, right? So beginning fine, camera, that's not the issue, but like I just want you to watch yourself and your energy.
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yes, but I can't see you.
I do not have a camera.
How come?
I don't own one.
What's that?
I do not own one.
Are you joined from your laptop or phone?
From a desktop.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Cool. I forgot. Did you bring your wife in as well, or is it just you?
Yeah, she's here.
Hello.
Okay. Hi. What is your name?
Jamie.
Jamie. Nice to meet you. My name's Sal.
Nice to meet you, Sal.
Cool. Well, let's get started. I mean, I just want to introduce myself real quick. I'm one of the head of admissions here at DealFlow, and my job is to see if we can help. So I just want to ask you a couple questions to see where you're at, what you're looking for, what kind of challenges you're facing, and then if I can determine we can help, then we can talk about the program, possible next steps. Does that sound fair?
Sure.
Awesome. And also, I mean, based on the content you're...
Yeah, so for me, I just feel, and when I was listening to it at normal speed, it was a bit low energy, you know. I just feel like you weren't really coming in with impact, right? And it's such a small nuance, bro, but it sets the tone for the rest of the call of how serious they're going to start to take you if you show up with that sort of, you know, like, okay, and if you want like a specific, like when you turn your head.
The content you reviewed from the email, like what are I mean, or is it just you?
Yeah, she's here.
Hello.
Okay. Hi. What is your name?
Jamie.
Jamie. Nice to meet you. My name is Sal.
Nice to meet you, Sal.
Cool. Well, let's get started. I mean,
It's like this. Like I just feel like this is just like, you know, a bit. I understand there's such a casual movement, bro. But like again, the first few seconds of a call, that's when you got to really be like, I'm setting the tone of how this conversation's going to go with my words and my energy. And so if you're like, okay, awesome, good to have you guys, blah, 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 whatever the intro is, you know, make sense?
More assertiveness, more
assertiveness. Vibe. Not yeah, you can say that, but I mean, like directly looking at even though the camera's off, because they're still looking at you, right? So just imagine the camera's on. So just keep looking at them, like you're going to be looking at yourself, but just look at, you know, like, awesome, blah, 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 talk, face the camera. Like it's important because it sets the tone, and just be a bit more like,
myself. I'm one of the head of the admissions here at DealFlow.
Yeah, introduce myself real quick. Like it's just a bit low energy. Does that make sense?
How would you say it?
Well, first, okay, let's go back.
I mean, I just want to introduce myself real quick. I'm one of the head of the...
See, this is all real time. I'm not even slowing down. This is normal speed. Can you not feel that? It's just like, it's like you don't even want to be there. That's the energy.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, can you hear me now?
I'll say like, listen, okay, hey guys, you know, I'll introduce myself very quickly. So I'm Ahmed, right? I'm one of the breakthrough coaches here. My goal is simple. My goal is to help you, right? And in order for me to help you, I have to ask you a few questions to really see where you are. And from there, I can really plan out the next steps, right? Sound good enough? Or whatever you want to say in the intro. Honestly, repeating that intro has just fucked up my words for any...
Yeah, I know that. That fucking stupid shit, man.
Yeah, I know. Anyway, but yeah, point Point made. Let's move on.
Okay.
Yes, but I can't see you.
And you're gonna like this because you'll see it's gonna answer like, oh yeah, the hard people, but
I
yeah.
do not have a camera.
What are you looking for? What kind of challenges you're facing? And then if I can determine we can help, then we can talk about the program and possible next steps. Does that sound fair?
Sure.
Awesome. And Austin, I mean, based on the content you reviewed from the email, like what would you say was the main takeaway for you?
Just that it's a process and it's something that you can follow. Just takes consistent action.
Sure.
So listen to that. What does he say?
Nothing, bro.
Yeah. So
Why?
do not let that slide, bro. Because do you know why? This guy, you have to understand that everyone's different. So everyone comes to the sales call from a different perspective, right? This guy you can hear, and how do we know their perspective? We have to listen to what they're saying, but also what they're not saying, i.e., tonality, how they sound when they're speaking too. When this guy says, "Oh yeah, it's just a process," blah blah blah, like the perspective we're hearing within the words that he's not even saying is like, it's just some random garbage, right? I've heard this a million times before. Like, I'm just pissing you about. I know, like, it's like, I don't even understand why you're asking me this question. I'll just fucking play with you, right? And the reason why I'm pointing this now is because this is a consistent theme that carries on, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
And why does
because
it carry
I didn't
on?
slap him.
Exactly, right? And we don't necessarily have to slap him too soon, too hard, right? We just have to say, like, whatever her name is, Marinda said today, right? If you get a short answer that you don't like,
You
Just-
repeat
just-
it with a tone.
exactly. It's like, or
Systems
what I
and
would do,
processes.
yeah, what I would mean here is like, because again, what did he say? He says, "Oh, nothing. It's just a process." And that, okay, but like, what was the real takeaway though? Because I'm just curious. You know, yes, it's a process, but like, you know, let me just play it again so I can give you really accurately what I would
Yep.
respond with.
What is your name?
Absolutely.
Jamie.
So I just want to ask you a couple questions to see where you're at, what are you looking for. And Austin, I mean, based on the content you reviewed from the email, like what would you say was the main takeaway for you?
Just that it's a process and it's something that you can follow. Just takes consistent action.
Sure.
Yeah, I'd say, sorry, like, could you expand on that for me, please? So I get him to just to make sure he doesn't come. He's just to make sure that like I'm not
Don't fuck with me.
misreading. Yeah,
Don't
just
fuck
to make
with me.
sure. Yeah, not just that, but just to make sure that I'm not assuming he's being vague on purpose. I'm just gonna ask him, can you elaborate on that? And then if he still doesn't give me what I want, then I'll be like, okay, but like seriously though, right? Like within the video, what actually did you take away from it? Like, yes, I understand it's a process. I mean, look, that's what the video was about. But like, what did you learn from the video specifically, right? And
Yeah.
because you double down on that, and if he still says, "Oh no, like I just learned that like it's something I can do and it might be something I want to look into," then just move on, right? But as long as you go through the process of, he gives me a shitty, he doesn't answer my question, let me press a bit deeper. I press a bit deeper because I'm sending him a message that like, listen, this is a sales call where I'm going to get to the truth. And if you don't give me the truth, I'm not moving until it happens, right? That's the message you're sending.
Yep.
And it's important to understand that this is the situation to use that in. Make sense?
Yep.
Cool. And this is recorded. You can see, right?
Yes.
Yeah, cool. Awesome. So we'll keep going.
So, I mean, Austin, what do you, in regards to what we do here, like what are you specifically looking to achieve?
And then can
Really
I ask
just
you something?
break through.
100%.
I feel like my tonality is very like cold. Like there's no curiosity behind it. Should I start doing
Yeah.
that like in Discovery? Like so in regards to what we do here, like what are you specifically looking to achieve? Something
Well,
like that?
I wouldn't, yeah, you sound too high pitched though. It's like, okay,
Oh.
so with regards to what we do here, like what specifically are you looking to achieve really? Or like, hey, okay, awesome. So with regards to what we do here, like what specifically are you looking to achieve? You know?
Okay, that's that's better.
Less, because if you sound like up, it's like, hey man, like, hey love.
Okay, yeah. You're right.
Yeah, that's the only thing. But yeah,
Good.
you're right. You're right. Your tonality in building that rapport and connection early on, it matters. Yeah.
Through the initial fear steps of, we've done it a little bit, but not correctly, not intentionally. Like it's all just been very casual. So just
Right. And I'm gonna go back here because I want you to really listen to what he says here. Right.
takes consistent action.
Sure. Awesome. So, I mean, Austin, what do you, in regards to what we do here, like what are you specifically looking to achieve?
Really just break through the initial fear steps of, we've done it a little bit, but not correctly, not intentionally. Like it's all just been very casual. So just looking for an opportunity to get very intentional and do it on purpose as a business instead of like a side hustle. And
Okay. So basically, scale your business consistently.
Pause. Was that an accurate summary of what he
No.
just said?
No.
What did
I
he
could
actually
say,
say?
so you've been trying to do this, but you were not able because you were fearful.
Yes, but like there's more, right? Like the meat of it is like, because that's why he's here. Like again, you said this is your, what's the goal, right? So when you ask a question, you got to know what the response you want from it. You want a goal, right? That's why you ask the question. And so the answer, i.e., the goal, is stop playing small in the side hustle. I want to turn this into a business, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so the more accurate summary is like, okay, so you want to like really, really just blow this up and build a proper business as opposed to just being playing small. Did I hear that correctly? You know? Okay, awesome. So in order to actually make this a real business, like what's the goal? Again, I'm asking the same question, but it's like financially, at what point do you feel like you have to hit in order for you to feel like this is a real business?
Are you
You
sure you
know?
want to ask that? Because they're saying don't fucking. Actually,
No, this is deal flow, remember?
oh, but I'm not going to be asking that question here.
I would
You
be
can.
asked, I mean,
This is fucking confusing.
remember, bro, we
Fuck.
talked on both. We Clans on the Man is a different beast, right? Okay. Deal flow, we talked
I.
about, remember? Financial
You're
goals.
good. You're
Yeah,
good. You're good. You're
cool.
good. My
Cool, cool,
brain was
cool.
still stuck.
No worries. Yeah. But let's see what you did here just so we can learn from it.
Now, what is the end goal behind that? Because something like sometimes if someone would say, I want to do that so I can quit my day job. What does that look like for you?
Really just longer term than that, generational wealth. Like I want there to be a place for my kids. Everything's getting more expensive. And so
Yeah, to be fair, I don't think what you did here is actually bad. In actual hindsight, I thought that's a good question. But the framework really is to what's the goal and what do you feel like you need in order to make it happen? Basically, that's the simple framework. I like what you've done here, generational wealth. If you get that, and then you say, okay, so what do you feel like you need in order for you, or how much do you feel like you need to be generating from real estate in order for you to feel like you're on the path to actual
Pretty sure
generational
I
wealth?
asked that.
Let's see what you do.
the regular 9 to 5 job now barely meets it in America, and it's only getting worse. So I know that if I don't build wealth for my kids and my family, like they're never going to be able to get a 9 to 5 job that can afford a house in America.
Yeah. So you do have a 9-5 right now?
I do.
No, you went straight into, well, let's see.
What is it?
I manage a team that installs AV, like audio video equipment.
Okay, AV manager, in sense. And for how long have you been doing that for?
I've been the man.
Again, you don't want to, yeah,
I'm
we
getting
haven't
to
got,
it, right?
well, again, like it's like, why would you go down a different path when you haven't finished off the main one? In my opinion.
Okay.
Right?
Manager
Yeah.
of the team for about 2.5 years. I've been at the company for about 10.5 years.
Oh, wow. Okay. And I mean, I did see the note you put in here regarding you.
And this is an issue. This, what you say here, this is quite not really good.
Okay, I think I confused with someone else. But
Yeah, you don't want to say that
Fucked
on the call,
myself
bro.
over.
Yeah, because it's just like the whole demeanor basically in the prospect's head at this point is like, yeah, bro, this guy's a fucking like, he's not serious, mate. Like this guy is just playing around now. Do you know what I mean? Like he's not even
Yeah, absolutely.
serious. He's not serious. That's the takeaway. So of course he's gonna play with you, and that's what we see.
Jamie, I mean, do you have a job you want to quit as well with real estate?
Again, Jamie, yeah, and this call is good that we review because I really need to make it even more specific on how to actually handle two people on the call.
No, I am currently a stay-at-home mom, and I would like to stay.
So let's go into the principle first before we continue. Two people is not always the same, right? Like let's just say there's two types of multiple. Let's just talk about two people. There's two types of two people conversations. It's like equal business partners, and then there's primary person and a supporting system. Now, we obviously know when we're doing equal business partners, you can ask both questions to both people and just confirm, okay, he says this, do you agree? What do you think? But if it's like primary person and supporting system, you want to focus most questions on the primary person and use the supporting person as like a soundboard sometimes. And how, which is why the issue of the school I say is a car crash, is because the questions you ask to get the supporting person to use as ammunition sometimes were just a bit strange. Yeah, so
I'm sure
does
you
it
have
make sense?
tangible
Like,
examples, right?
yeah, of course, we're going to go through, but like, I want to start with the principle first. It's like
No, I
one
understand
person's
that.
the primary, and then the other ones, and we'll pick apart what goes on
Okay.
here.
How do you feel about your husband potentially transitioning into that side of thing of real estate?
So,
Was that a
firstly,
good question?
no, because it's not needed.
Because
Her response is not bad though, but then it's going to start to induce concerns, which she says later, like fear and all this bullshit. So what you've done is that question's opened up something for you to solve, which you didn't need to open up yet. Make sense? Let's see what she says though.
It's always been something that he's wanted to do, and it makes sense logically and financially long term. So,
Sure.
well, in support of it, I don't necessarily understand it as much as he does, but
Sure.
But it makes sense.
Okay. It's good to have a supportive wife. So Austin, for you to be able to, quit your job and then focus on real
So she doesn't say it then, but let's see what happens.
estate full time, how much would you need to make per year?
Per year.
Yeah.
To replace
But again, what have you just done? Assumed, right?
But it makes sense.
Okay. It's good to have a supportive wife. So Austin, for you to be able to, quit your job and then focus on real estate full time.
Was that his actual goal though, to quit his job? Did he actually say that?
I guess I just assumed from the context.
Yeah, because he didn't actually say that though, unless I'm wrong.
Okay.
So it's just like listening a bit deeper to the words.
How much would you need to make
Yeah.
per year?
per year.
Yeah.
To replace my income, about 120,000 a year.
That's on the low end. Now, realistically, if you have the systems in place, you can definitely make more than that. So let's shoot for 200K. Does that sound good?
And I wouldn't do. Let's shoot for 200K or whatever, because that's not his goal, right? And why this is key is like his goal is X. Okay, what's required for you to get X? Okay, dollar amount. Great. So now I've got, and why it's called North Star is because that's like the guiding post for all the other parts of the conversation, right? And if you set a guiding post that is not in alignment with the individual's true goal, then when you future pace and consequence, it doesn't hit as hard, right? Because now you've set a goal which is bigger than what he actually wants right now, right? And you've opened up the possibility of a, let's say, it increases
Disconnect?
the difficulty, not just disconnect, it's like disbelief, right? Because it's bigger than even his current goal, and he doesn't even have his current goal. So then when you future pace, 200K, blah, 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 then it's like, it doesn't hit home as hard, right?
Got it.
So you just want to stick to, there's no need to. You could say, okay, that's good. I mean, yeah, we help students do a bit more, but anyway, and then just keep going, You don't
Got it.
have
So
to.
take what they tell you and put it as a North Star.
That is that's what North Star is about. It's like, what do you want? What's the goal? How much do you need? Right? That's what we're going to
Absolutely.
use. What are you currently doing to get there? Blah, 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 blah. You know the drill,
Got it.
So awesome. And then, I mean, based on what you saw, obviously we were focusing on the main strategy, which is fix and flip and wholesale. Is that something you're open to start your foundation and your portfolio?
Yes.
Cool. And what market are you in?
We're in Salt Lake City, Utah.
Okay, Utah. Awesome. And so also, I mean, what are you currently doing to achieve that goal of transitioning into real estate full-time and leaving your job? Are you actively doing anything?
We not actively doing anything real estate wise. Looking for this course was the first step in that currently. About 5 years ago, we wanted to get into it. We bought the house with the intent of having a rental. We kept our current house.
Look at that. He's actually giving me a lot of details.
Well, let's listen to what he's saying,
so
though.
after a little over a year of having it, we panicked and sold it, and had been afraid of the real estate world for 4 years, and now we're realizing that if we had been patient, it would have been making plenty of money in cash flow. And,
All he's saying is why he wants to do this.
And that would have been, having done it suboptimally, and it still would have worked. So just that kind of proves that the systems would work, right? If you can do it wrong and be successful, certainly you can do it right and be successful.
100%. So is that the only real estate event that you've done in the last 6 years, or have you tried something else?
That's the only one. I mean, I guess technically we do house hack now. We do have like an ADU in the property that we live in now that we rent out.
Okay. So correct me if I'm wrong, but you've been wanting this goal for the past 6 years. Is that right?
Sure. Yeah, like passively, like I want to win the lottery, but I've never bought a ticket.
Right.
Yeah. So this is the
That's
first
the
part
first fucking trying to
we
be
need to
smart.
start to we need to start to like be like, yeah, bro, like what's going on here, mate?
How would
That we went
you
out.
handle that?
Yeah, so let's go back and see.
Real estate event that you've done in the last 6 years, or have you tried something else?
That's the only.
Yeah, so first thing, I wouldn't have said real estate events, right? Because again,
Attempt?
it's a bit gimmicky, you know? Is that the first thing you did real estate wise, right?
Okay.
To try and get your
Well, I mean, I
goal?
guess technically we do house hack now. We do have like an ADU in the property that we live in now that we rent out.
Okay. So correct me if I'm wrong, but you've been wanting this goal for the past 6 years. Is that right?
Sure, yeah, like passively, like I want to win the lottery, but I've never bought a ticket.
Right. That's funny. Cool. And so, I mean,
Yeah, so you need to just say something like, you're funny, you know, but again, this is a goal, right? Or there's two ways you can handle this. It's either make a joke back and make him look like an idiot, or handle it genuinely and be like, listen, man, this is how the call's going to go. What's going to work better for you in this moment is to give him something witty back. So it's something like, let's see. He says, well, lottery ticket. Yeah, of course. And who doesn't want to win the lottery, right? But again, that's a lofty goal, right? But then this goal of you actually replacing your income or whatever his goal is through real estate, if it's a serious goal, like how long have you actually wanted this to happen? I'll just re-ask the question again or something like that. Essentially, what I'm doing is just
Tell him to
responding.
stop fucking around.
Yeah, but in a yeah, I can't let that slide. It's like, I've never heard that
Yeah.
before, but it's a bit of a interesting comment to make because I thought this is a goal that you want. Yes or no? Because everyone dreams of the lottery, but just because I dream of it doesn't mean that I'm actually going to make it happen, right? Some like there's a million things to say, but even what would even be better for is to use his own example and fucking spin it on him. It's like, of course, yes. Who doesn't want to win the lottery? Who doesn't want to be a millionaire? But how many people do you know that are not millionaires and haven't won the lottery, right? So let's put that aside because I want to make sure that any goal that you set, you're actually committed to make to hitting. So like, how long really have you wanted this goal? You know. Now, how do we? Because that's one way of how you solve it after the fact. How you stop it before the fact is, you said 6 years actually specifically in this question when he actually says 5, right? And I'm happy to go back and show you.
No,
if
no,
you
no, it's
really-
fine, it's fine. I
Okay.
trust you.
But like, it's like, don't assume. I'd be like, well, I would have been like, wow, 5 years, really? Okay, it's quite some time, you know, or something like that. To make sure that this doesn't come up. But if he gives you that, yeah, you need to. Long story short, we have to just squash it somehow in that moment.
Got it.
Yeah.
House hack now. We do have like an ADU in the property that we live in now that we rent out.
okay. So correct me if I'm wrong, but you've been
But I've never bought a ticket.
most important thing, not
20 years ago. The second best is now.
serious. What makes this important to achieve right now? Why not keep and provide for your family? That's funny.
Can you
Cool. And
stop
so,
that for a
I
second?
mean-
So
Mhm.
since he said I didn't do anything, I didn't go into that route of like, why do you feel like what you're doing is not
Of
working? Blah
course,
blah blah.
you don't need to.
Right?
Yeah, you
So
don't
I
need
went
to. Yeah.
straight to the why now. Is that good?
Yeah, because I mean, to be fair, his responses were like, "I tried this, but yeah, you don't need to, right? Because it's like, what are you currently doing to get X?
Nothing.
You
Skip.
asked, yeah, exactly. Just move on. Yeah, you don't need to know
Okay,
because if
cool,
he's
cool,
not
cool,
doing
cool.
anything, it's like, what the hell? Yeah. Anyway, and you'll see because you just laughed at the last one, and then you ask another question, he gives you more shit back. And again, he's basically saying, haha, man, I can get away with a lot of shit.
Passively, like I want to win the lottery, but I've never bought a ticket.
Right. That's funny. Cool. And so, I mean, besides making more money, right, which is the most important thing so that you can provide for your family, because you've been actively thinking about this for the past 6 years, what makes this
And even how you ask the question, you've been actively thinking about it, right?
What does that do?
Well, yeah, exactly. Like you're inserting the gimmicky frame. If you even remember when I said real estate event, right? Again, and then and then not slapping him, and then thinking, then it's like he's seeing you as a toy to play with. He's seeing you as a nice guy. That's It's fucking weird. But he's seeing you as he sees you as this nice, precious
Exactly.
guy that he can just fucking roll over you, mate.
Just like the girl,
Yeah.
she would like shit test you, and then you start like letting her do that
Yes.
shit, and she will
It's the
start doing
same thing.
Trust
It's the
the same
same
fucking
thing.
thing.
And the
How
thing
did
is,
I think of that?
please, and the thing is, please be super conscious of what we are breaking down here, because these are the A type, blah, 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 hard plus. Like, these are
Okay,
these
okay,
guys,
okay.
right? So it's
Okay.
not A type specifically. It's that we've either shown them that we're a pussy and they're shit testing us, or what's the other one? We've pissed them off with our questions. That's the only two things that happen where
Brilliant.
that makes you feel that I don't know what the fuck is. Right? Listen to me though, because this is super important. It's like you haven't been able to handle the shit tests, or you've asked
You
questions
asked-
that pissed them off. That's
Okay.
it for these type of guys.
I didn't ask a question that pissed him off, did I?
Oh bro, trust me, we haven't even got
Not
there
so
yet.
far.
Not so
so
far.
Okay, okay.
Well, they're not the best questions, but yeah,
Okay, go.
we'll get there.
Important to achieve right now. Why not
Yeah.
keep delaying it for another couple of years?
It's just time, right? Like, obviously, the right time to have done it would have been 20 years ago, but second best is now.
Right. So I mean, you could have done that last year or the last 2 years. So I'm assuming something must have happened that kind of shifted your mindset into potentially looking for outside.
Yeah, again,
That was good, right?
No,
You taught me that.
No. But like, it's not. I didn't teach you. I'm assuming, right?
Okay,
I
okay.
said, and if you check the script, what shifted recently?
What
right?
shifted recently
The
that made
reason
you?
why this matters so much is because with these type of people, they are slippery as fuck. So any ounce that they can wiggle out of your box, which is what the questions are designed to do, is to narrow them down to make a decision. They're gonna weasel their way out. So when you say I'm assuming, again, it's like
Uncertain.
yeah, no, it's like they're gonna just try and jump out the box, you know?
Okay.
Don't say I'm assuming.
But I still got the answer though.
Yeah, yeah, and again, if he gives you a funny answer like, "Well, the best time of it would have been 20 years ago," and blah, 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 okay, and I respect that, right? But like, I'm just thinking what I could say. Yeah, I respect that, right? But then again, like, we're here today, yes. So, and you didn't do it 20 years ago, right? So, what shifted recently to make you want to do it now, as opposed to like you did, but like again, it's just without the I'm assuming whatever. That's actually what I would
Sure.
do, just without the
Sure.
I'm assuming thing. And I would try and use, which is I think that's why I wanted to try and think of something, is I would always try and use what they say and make it them look dumb. It's like, yeah, haha, best time was 20 years ago, of course, but we're here today, so you didn't do it 20 years ago, right? So put that away. What shifted recently now, It's like, why are you telling me shit that I know that, like just give me the answer, mate. Like,
So repeat the dumb answer and then give him another question.
yeah, it's a nice framework. It's like, not necessarily repeat, but try and use, and you need more core volume and whatever reps to be able to get this skill. But it's like, try and use it's almost like, you're working with them. You try and use what they say and transmute it or transform it into like my power now. It's like you're trying to throw me a punch. Well, hang on. I'm actually gonna give you that punch back,
Nice.
But I'm gonna play with you, We're boxing now. So yeah.
Side help. So I'm curious, what is that for you?
Probably the biggest thing that shifted is that 2 years ago, I've worked at the same company for 10, almost 11 years. For most of that, I started
Now he's
very bottom of the
answering a
company,
bit
worked my way up,
better.
and got to a point where I liked what I do, but I hated
Dude,
how
pause that for a
business was being
second.
run.
See when he gave me a shitty answer and I asked him again to get like
Yeah,
the
but
serious
again,
answer.
I'm
he
just making
replied.
sure. I'm just making sure we don't do. I'm assuming again.
No,
because
I know.
Yeah.
But I'm saying like the theme behind out of like, like not taking what he's telling me for serious and then making sure that he gives me the right answer. If I did that, if I did that throughout the whole call,
consistently, exactly.
Bro.
And on top of that, if you used what he said and fucking spun it back on him, he's gonna have more respect for you because he can see, okay, this guy knows how to banter and also put me in my place. I want him as my coach.
Nice.
Yeah.
I could get in charge. I could run it better. So started studying management books, everything like that. Put all of my attention aside from real estate. Right, like that was when we had done the last real estate deal, and I went, you know what? I'm just going to make my job the best. I don't both knowing that if I apply myself, I can get what I want to get after something for somebody else. Yep.
Awesome. And so I mean, there's obviously a way to do this, right? Which is potentially doing it on your own, versus potentially looking for outside help. I'm trying to understand the rationale behind that for you. Why look for outside help as opposed to doing it on your own?
I mean, I don't know. It's people who do it on your own and start in the parking lot.
Curve and save time to reach your goals faster. How do you feel?
Sure.
Cool. And so towards your education.
Yeah. So let's listen to that, mate.
Successfully, and so you can adopt their systems and start at the 20-yard line, or you can try and do it on your own and start in the parking lot.
Absolutely. I love that analogy. And so for you, Austin, do you feel like it's...
I don't know, it's pretty simple.
Yeah. In fact, I shouldn't have skipped that. Let's listen to that.
Realizing
Bro,
that
fucking.
if what I want to get is...
I hate this guy, bro. He's just too.
I know.
He's dropping. The word we use is snide remarks, right? It's like snort. I don't know. I'll find the definition to really explain
Snarkly?
that.
For somebody else, then
Snarky,
if I
yeah.
get whatever, why do I keep going after
Snarky,
something for somebody else? If what I want to get is for somebody else, then like if I get whatever, why do I keep going after something for somebody else?
Exactly, Austin. It's kind of like, why work for someone else to make them richer where I can just do that on my own, become that rich guy, right?
Yep.
Awesome. And so I mean, there's obviously a way to do this, right? Which is potentially doing it on your own, versus potentially looking for outside help. I'm trying to understand the rationale behind that for you. Why look for outside help as opposed to doing it on your own?
Oh, okay.
So he's
'Cause
giving me an analogy.
It sets the frame of like you're the boss. Okay, got it.
Yeah. Again, it could no. It's like your reward. Again, this behavior he has, we have to punish it in a way that doesn't piss him off, right? It's got to be playful. But if you start to qualify, again, I'm using game, and you say, I like that, right? And when you're reinforcing him to keep doing it more.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
So I wouldn't have even said anything at that point. I would have been like, okay.
Okay.
Just
And
moved
then
on.
move on to the next.
Yeah.
Yep.
I would, just remove the I like it, but yeah.
For you, Austin, do you feel like it's worth investing money towards your education so that you avoid that learn curve and save time to reach your goals faster?
This is
No.
the start. This is the start of where, yeah.
Oh.
And we're going to understand why. Let's go.
Adopt their systems and start at the 20-yard line, or you can try and do it on your own and start in the parking lot.
Absolutely. I love that analogy. And so for you, Austin, do you feel like it's worth investing money towards your education so that you avoid that learn curve and save time to reach your goals faster? How do you feel?
Sure.
Cool.
What was his response? Sure. Short, right? Now, do I like the question? I don't like maybe how it's asked and the timing of it, right? Personally, you can put that anyway. I'll rather do it in Future Pace at the end of Future Post, to be very honest with you, if I was ever doing an investment question, like, are you willing to invest in it? Because it's like, I get your goal, get you amped up. How does that feel? Are you actually committed to the goal? Are you willing to invest in yourself to actually make the goal happen? Blah, blah. Why? Again, you want to ask why, so they expand on that, right?
Or maybe just skip it.
But I wouldn't even use that question here. Why wouldn't I use that here? Because, again, we have to always take the prospect's perspective. You've now set the tone that this is a sales call. Even though it's a sales call, we know that. But if a prospect feels like it's a sales call, it's just like
Start
NEPQ. Exactly. This is NEPQ 101, sales resistance. And what's the result of sales resistance? Surface level answers. What did you just get? A surface level answer. Sure.
Oh, bro, you are so fucking good at looking at it from perspectives. I mean, yeah, optional. I can ask that after
Optional. I
consequence.
personally, not necessarily consequence. I used to do it at the end of Future Pace because I used to get a lot of, I don't want to invest 15K right now.
Okay, I got it.
Because I used to do a funding. I used to sell a funding offer where we would give people money. So they're like, why not give me the money first and I pay for it? You know, just like stupid shit. So I used to do it at the end of Future Pace.
Sure, I'll add it at Future Pace for sure.
Yeah. But again, there's a sequence, right? And I can give you the sequence. It's like, awesome, that's the goal though, but are you committed to making that happen? Great. Why? Yes. And are you committed to investing in yourself to make that happen? Yes. Why are you too? Don't say why are you too, but why are you committed to investing in yourself to make it happen? Well, because I know that investing in a mentor and all that shit is important because of blah, 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 you know? And then you can be like, great, you know, and it's good that you have that mindset because that shows you're coachable, you know? Now, that's one side of the coin, blah, 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 and then, you know, you go on the rest of the call. But that's the sequence, right, that I want you to use. Moving on. So this is the start of where it starts to go like, oh, shit, okay.
And so, Austin, I mean, from the top of your head, I mean, have you? It sounds like you haven't done any real estate programs. Is that right?
Correct.
So obviously, you're gonna have criteria for whatever things you pick, right? So for you, what are the check boxes you might need from a real estate mentorship for you to be like, this is for me, this is what I need?
Really a framework laid out, and what I'm really looking for, what would be worth it to me is somebody. I hate to say it, but somewhat hand-holding me through the first one, right? Like you hear so much, like I've listened to tons of podcasts, I've read a bunch of books, and everybody talks in very broad strokes, right? And using lots of industry terms. So it's like, I know the general theories, but it's easy to say, oh yeah, just go get hard money. But where is that? Like, where do you find that? Like, it's like go get private money from your aunt, and it's like,
Yeah, don't laugh as well.
Because I'm
'Cause
encouraging
It
that behavior.
creates that jokey vibe that we don't want in this call with how he is. We need to bring him down to earth.
my richest aunt makes $40,000 a year. Like,
Yeah.
Like that's not going to happen. So it's I know the systems are out there and there are ways to get to it. But so the first thing is just, having that step-by-step guide of like, do it. And then the same reason that I don't know, I've been an athlete all my life. And so I know how to lift weights, but I know that I'm 10 times more likely to lift weights as part of the team with the coach.
Mentor coach, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Jamie, do you have any thoughts to share about that?
No need to bring her in at this point.
Oh. My mindset is like, if I leave her out of the convo for too long, she's gonna be like, "What the fuck? This guy's only talking to him." But I guess that's the whole point of the call because he's the primary.
Well, he's the primary, but it's like when, and maybe I need to be more specific at what point of the
Future
course
pace.
Future pace for sure, cost of an action for sure, but like into North Star, you had the right thinking, but it wasn't precisely the right point. It's like, okay, what's your goal? Blah, blah, blah. How much do you feel like you need to get there? Blah, blah, blah. Okay, that's interesting. How does your wife, Janie, necessarily feel about this goal specifically? Or how does this, and help me understand, like, well, actually, husband and wife is a bit different. I personally just love to do North Star for the primary guy and then bring the wife in, bro. And then maybe at the end of the North Star, I'm like, awesome. Obviously, Janie, you heard whatever this guy's name's answers are. Is there anything that you wanted to add actually that he may have missed out? Is there anything that you want to share with me that I don't know about his goals and what he's currently doing and everything like that? And then in Future Pace, you can bounce ideas, right? And you did a good job. You started to do a good job by using the wife. You started, and we'll get there.
Because she was opening up.
Exactly. But again, there's nuances with how we do this, which made it a bit of the car crash it ended up being.
Honestly, all of it sounds fantastic. I definitely have some reservations. I know that there.
So you can see, again, we have to be very tactical here. Because she is probably the one that lost the deal for you.
Can't be risks when it comes to this kind of thing.
Why?
She's already fearful.
Didn't I pre-handle that? You saw the mountain thing? I used it.
Yeah, but it wasn't effective. It was a bit like. Let's listen to that again. I need a refresher, bro.
Like, we may invest a lot of money into this, and who knows what the outcome will be. And the risks kind of course, I've always had, everybody does. You're always afraid of what kind of risks you're taking and how that plays out and what happens if it doesn't work out and where does that leave us. But ultimately, I don't know, like this is something that he's been thinking about for a long time. And the worst thing that could happen is it sets us back a few years as far as, like, it's not the end of the world.
Yeah, so challenge that shit. Like, what do you mean? Set you back 5 years? Like, what do you mean? Or a few years? Like, what? How? Or like, whoa. Like, I'll be like, whoa, like a few years? Like, what do you mean? I'd actually get my hands up like that and just pattern like, whoa. Like, a few years? What? Sorry, just to make sure. How do you mean? Because of course, yes, there's always risk, and you don't even need to do the whole mountain shit now because that's a bit too much for where you are in the call. Just a simple statement like, yeah, of course, there's risk, of course, but like again, if you never take a risk,
take risks, you'll never move to the future,
and you stay where you are. So really, all we can do is make sure that each choice we make puts us in the best position possible, right? And the worst position to be in is to be in the same position that you've been in for the last 5 years, isn't it?
Let me take over frame.
And then you can push on. You don't even need to do mountain shit from there. So actually, The mountain stuff like that, that's proper objection handling towards the end of the call. You can bring in bits of it earlier, but you don't want it to be long. You don't want it to be long. Yeah.
And I would rather help him and support him and do as much as I can to help. So
right. I mean, to kind of touch on that, Jamie, and I appreciate you for sharing that. I like the saying of like, if you don't take risks, you're never going to move towards the future. Right?
Yeah.
How are you going to find out if you don't try?
Yeah, I understand that. Like, yes, everybody. If you don't take risks, you don't progress. Like, you can coast for a long time, and you'll do okay. But to be really successful you have to take risks. You have to be willing to take risks.
100%. I agree.
A little bit when you're supporting a family.
Absolutely. It's like
yeah. So she's got money fear concerns already. I can hear.
When you see a mountain in front of you, and it's kind of like now, obviously Austin wants to reach that 200K
Question.
And
the fact that they had zero, like they were gonna use this on their credit card, did that also was it part of why I lost the deals because they don't have the actual funds or?
Well, we'll get to that point. I just want us to focus on like this right now.
So you don't mountain is the goal, right? So it may seem overwhelming at first, and it's gonna be scary, but guess who's gonna reach their goals? Is it the person that lets that fear hold them back, or is it the one that overcomes that fear and starts climbing, right?
Usually, yeah.
So
usually, listen to that.
Usually, she's not convinced.
Nope. So that tells us how effective was what we did right then.
Okay.
Yeah. So she says usually. Yeah. Well,
what do you mean?
How do you mean? Not necessarily what do you mean, how do you mean, right? Because it's like I'm inviting her to play with me here. What do you mean? It's like, what the fuck do you mean, kind of thing. You know, it's again, it's a nuance again. Yeah.
So I mean, Austin, it sounds like you're kind of looking for a step-by-step blueprint, and then some hand-holding, and then just that support of like a mentor to make sure that you're doing things the right way. Is that right?
Yep.
Awesome. And so for you, do you feel like now is the time for you to draw a line in the sand and actually start committing to achieving that financial freedom goal, or how do you feel? Sorry, I think it broke up for a second.
Now's the time.
You said yes?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you didn't need to really ask that then. I mean, because you asked the ideal. I mean, you already are, and this is the nuance again. It's like you did. Let's break it down from North Star, blah blah blah, and then you go into ideal criteria. You've already asked about like why now, right? And then you did ideal criteria. You brought the wife in. I personally, for this guy, because of how fucking rude he's such a fucking, he's a crude guy. I had a lady like this on this offer, by the way, the clients on demand offer like this as well. You just got to keep, I personally wouldn't ask that because it's like, the question can piss him off because it's like, I've just told you, mate, you know? So that's the only nuance to learn here, that if you already got the yes, I wouldn't necessarily, because I don't even know what the fuck your script you're doing. Obviously, it's edited, right? But like, it's like, I wouldn't do you feel like you're ready now to draw a line in the sand? Ideal criteria, blah, 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 and then that. No, I wouldn't do that because it just doesn't make sense. I would only do like, oh, do you feel like now's the right time to draw a line in the sand? Ideal criteria, blah, blah, future pace, consequence, and then do you feel like you're ready now? Do you see? It's different.
What? Hold on a second. I said, do you think now's the time for you to draw a line in the sand, right?
At this point.
Awesome.
So, but that's the script.
I mean, it's obviously you mentioned the hard.
I don't know what script you're using, bro, but if you check North Star.
Last question of North Star is, do you think now is the time to draw a line in the sand, right?
No, but you did that already from the why now though, right? Because he says, well, yeah, now's the time. And then you're like, so you feel like now's the time, right? Yes, I do, right?
So he gave me now's the time, but if he said, oh, I'm doing this because of X, Y, Z. If he doesn't say now's the time, I ask it, right?
Yeah, well, so let's just take a step back. Why are we asking the question in the first place?
Get commitment.
But why are we actually asking the question in the first place, though?
To get an answer.
What answer do you want?
Now's the time, and he already answered it.
And so can we move on, yes or no?
Yeah, so I'm saying that if he already mentioned now's the time, I don't need to ask it, right?
You don't have to, but why in this case you don't have to is because you specifically said, okay, so now's the time for you. And then he says, yes, right? Then you go on to your ideal criteria, you bring in the wife, and then you ask the same question again after two other questions. It's just not the best look. Do you know what I mean?
Okay, got it.
money lenders and private money lenders part. I'm going to kind of touch a little bit on that. And it sounds like Austin, you're more interested in using other people's money to fund the deals, right?
Skip that.
Never really would have felt otherwise.
Yeah. No,
That's
it's
just where
fine.
you're
This
at.
stuff. Yeah.
Sure.
So just double checking again, 120 is the yearly income right now? Reddit?
I don't know.
Yeah, just some financial
Do
shit.
you have any issues with that?
Nope.
Okay, awesome. So for you, obviously, if you were to find the right match for kind of like a mentorship, I mean, what's your plan for actually investing in your education? Is it just using the available credit and pay it off like slowly?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Because I just
so-
want to make sure,
I mean,
because he
again,
has 1K in savings. So I was like, what the fuck?
How would you afford it? Yeah.
Yeah, so that was good.
For me, the way I see things
Do you
is like,
mind if
money's
we
money,
add
it's just numbers in
extra
the
10
bank, right?
minutes?
It's what
'Cause we
allows us to do.
took the
Yeah,
10 minutes.
I'm happy to go over, bro.
Okay,
Don't
thanks.
worry.
So let's look in the future. When we do put you in a position where you have the right skills and you're making 200 plus K a year with real estate, I mean, Austin, what does that do for you personally?
Was that good?
So
Pause it.
this is where we fuck up. Let's go. Okay. So
Oh,
North
Let me
Star.
hear that.
North
Let
Star.
me hear what you have to say.
No. I'm saying the future pay section is where we fuck up, basically. So
Okay, sure.
the North Star, of course, we know we just needed to snipe that guy and hush him up and whatever. Future pace and how it's done with two people, yeah, it wasn't right.
Okay, awesome. So for you, obviously, pay it off like slowly. It's just numbers. And
I'm not sure what you're looking for here.
when the way I see things is like, money's money. It's just numbers in the bank account, right? It's what allows us to do. So
Sorry, let's go
I
back
don't see
again.
any big red flags unless you have some debt or some late payments. Do you have any issues with that?
Nope.
Okay, awesome.
Skip that.
So for you, obviously, at the end of the day, for me, the way I see things is like, money's money. It's just numbers in the bank account, right? It's gotcha. And so, Austin, I mean, at the end of the day, for me, the way I see things is like, money's money. It's just numbers in the bank account, right? It's what allows us to do. So let's look in the future. When we do put you in a position where you have the right skills and you're making 200 plus K a year with real estate, I mean, Austin, what does that do for you personally?
I mean, yes, I can give you critiques about how to ask the question better, blah 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 blah. That's not why you lost the. That's not why I'm saying future base was bad. It's bad because of the questions you ask bouncing the wife and the man. But like again, the future pace is not great because again, we're using numbers that he doesn't actually want,
Okay,
right?
okay.
You're
okay.
expanding into the fucking universe up there. Again, it's so far and elusive, right? Right. We don't want to
Okay.
be introducing these things. Yeah, I didn't teach you to ask the future pace like that. So
Like the money in the bank account is just numbers. It's what
that's
allows us
not
to
bad. I don't mind that actually. I don't think
Okay.
it's that shit. But like again, like I mean,
I found it helpful.
yeah. I'm not going to tell you not to do that. I'm just
Okay.
saying, and that's you starting to develop some intuition a bit in terms of like,
Yes.
I want an answer. How do I ask the question better to make sure I get the answer? Now you're
Exactly.
starting to understand.
Mhm.
I don't hate that. You can understand who you're speaking to as well, so I don't hate that at all.
Gives me my time back.
So this is where we start to fuck up, right? So listen to what he says. It gives me my time
How
back.
do you mean? I should have asked. How do you mean?
What else?
100%. Or
Ooh.
time back.
Yep. Yeah, I didn't.
How
Because
so?
he gave me a shitty answer. Instead of digging deeper, I went somewhere. Oh my.
Yes, and because you go somewhere else, this is where the friction starts to be created.
What else? I'm not sure what you're looking for here.
That is not a good response to be getting on the call.
Yep.
Not sure what we're looking for here. Now, yes, of course you can save that, right? But let's see how this works.
Financial
Like,
freedom.
what am I doing if I have?
So now the wife steps in to help you, right? But again,
She's gonna be a good Samaritan.
but no, but listen, right? Remember what the principle of the call is. We got one primary decision maker and one supportive person. So it's actually more important to make sure the primary guy we can get on board first and use the supporting person to amplify the need. Yep, exactly. And so better path is time back. How do you mean? How so? How are things right now? Has that had an impact on you? Okay, I see. How long's that been going on for? damn, that's some time. And obviously for you, like, obviously I don't mean to pry too much here, but like, is that sustainable for you living this way? You know, no, of course not. Why not? You know, and your wife, Jane, how do you feel about hearing this and seeing this yourself? He doesn't have time to be around and all that shit. Does that affect you as well? Yes, it does. And then you can get her fucking ammunition and then she's going to tell you, I'm struggling with bills. Wow. Damn. Austin, you also, she said also like bills too. Like, is that true? Again, what did I say? Is that true? Is that true? Right? I'm not saying, and it's going to make more sense when let's continue the call because you're going to see what I mean.
No, you're already making sense, bro.
Yeah. Is that true? Right?
Why do you ask, is that true? Like, can you expand on that for me?
Again, yeah, the difficulty with sales and let's say not laid down prospects and not super receptive people is that people hate to be boxed in, right? Difficult people, more difficult people, I should say, i.e. this guy, right? And people that are a bit more aware, they hate assumptions. They hate when you assume things. They hate when they're misunderstood, right? And so by saying and by framing him as you're hiding stuff from me, right? And assuming that he's hiding stuff from you, he's going to be on the defensive because he's a little boy with a fragile ego, you know. So instead of saying, which you might have wanted to say, oh man, you didn't tell me this. Like, why are you hiding this from me? Instead of saying that, don't say that shit. Ask, is that true? Yes. Is
it the same
what your wife
effect as? Can you expand on that for me? Is that the same effect?
No. Because
you're
you're subconsciously or implicitly assuming that he's feeling what the wife is feeling. You know. Because again, the wife is a separate person, even though she's supportive. So she's going to have her world. He's going to have his world. He's going to see things one way. She's going to see things a different way. And so if the wife says something in her world, either is that true or ask him, wow, man, Austin, hearing your wife say that.
How do you feel?
Yeah. You could say that, but again, I would be even more careful with that just yet. I want to get, is that true?
I'll just stick with, is that true?
Yeah, and then after that, you can fucking twist the knife and say like, how does that feel though, hearing your wife say that? Because now you have permission to ask such a deep question.
Yes.
Is that true? You know? Because if he says, no, well, I'm doing this, well, okay, but like your wife is saying something else though, like, Jane, do you guys talk about this at all? No, we don't. Wow, okay, that could be trouble, isn't it? Right? But now this is the space for you to talk about things. How does this make you feel, Austin, actually hearing that's how your wife feels right now because of where you are right now? See, now you have permission to do that because it's done in this way. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah.
1,000 a year or like?
Yeah, what kind of things that allow you to do? I'm sure obviously the time back, but what are you going to do at that time?
Yeah, I'm going to coach my kids' sports teams. Just be a dad.
Okay. Jamie, do you have anything?
Yeah, and he moved on when he decided to give you fucking shit. So basically, his and this is really where I need to keep going, bro. I can't stop. This is a fucking movie, bro. But basically, conclusion: this future pace was not done on the guy properly at all. At all. There's no future pace there. Why? Because he gave you an answer and he didn't go deep on it.
Why? Don't laugh at me like that, bro. Just we gotta take this shit seriously,
I'm not laughing
man.
at you. I'm not laughing. Good, you're calling me out. I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing at how the call went.
Okay.
Clear difference, right? Because I know you don't have the skills right now, and that's why you're here. So I can't laugh at something that you just don't have. Because I never had the skills too. I'm just laughing at how the call went. Because it's just, and what I admire the most is that you kept going. That is why I find this funny. Let's see.
Regarding that?
I mean, having that much is a little unfathomable right now, but if we did. I guess
Because I
financial
triggered
ability to-
that.
Exactly.
I'm
So you can
family
see.
200K.
Exactly. So you can see, right? And do you know how important it is that North Star is now?
Oh gosh.
It's
Thanks
such a
for this
domino.
call.
Such a domino. This is genuinely, this call was needed, bro. 100%. There's more.
Let's go. Come on.
Go to the grocery store and buy what we need and not worry about it, and being able to allow our kids to do those extracurriculars that we always have to go, oh, we can't do that right now. We don't have money for it. We can't do, being able to take a vacation once a year rather than every 3 years. Just little things like that.
Yeah.
I mean, stuff that you don't usually get to do.
And then you know what to say now, don't you, right?
I'm gonna be like, wow, the bills and your kids and the travel. Is that true, Austin?
Yeah, exactly. Austin, is that true? Like what you were like, and then like you said, be more specific, like, oh, not being able to pay the bills. Wow, okay. And traveling like once every 3 years, damn. Austin, is this true? This is actually what's going on?
With the genuine curiosity tone.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
gonna
Is this true that
trigger.
this is actually what's going on right now?
And then,
Really?
how does that make you feel listening to your wife saying things like that?
No, don't do that yet.
No?
Because again, I like to think of it like compartments, right? Like,
Well, after he answers it, right?
yeah, but again, she gave you the answer. So treat it almost like that's her future pace now.
Okay.
So it's like she gave you the answer, then just be like, okay, but how does that make you feel? Blah, 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 you going through this. Because already she's receptive as fuck. So you gotta fucking
So
drill
go
down.
deeper in her.
Yeah, at this point, because she's giving you the ammo, right? Don't go deeper on someone who's closed off because he's already closed off. It's not going to give you anything. Think about it, right? You couldn't get a future page from him. He said, yeah, just being a dad, right? And then you go to the wife and she says, well, I'm having bill issues and blah, blah, blah. Austin, is that true? And then the wife, okay, like, how long has this been going on for? Just so I understand. Wow. And has that had an impact on you? Wow. Blah, blah, blah. Yes, it
Is that
has. Blah, blah, blah.
sustainable?
Is that sustainable? Damn.
How much longer do you want to feel that way?
Yeah. And Austin, you hearing your wife feeling this way, right? Like, is this the first time you've heard her say this? Because I'm just curious. What the fuck is he going to fucking run away and say at this point?
Oh, you can't, bro, because I'm putting
You
on the
can't
spot.
run away. You can't run away from that.
But hypothetically, let's say I dug deeper in his to get your time back. How would I have circled
Use
back
the
to the wife?
Yeah, so it's like, get your time back. Okay, what do you mean? It's again, the other person
the
is
same
used,
concept.
Exactly. The other person is used at emotional high points. The other person's used at emotional high points. So what does that mean? You go down on Austin. He says you go deeper with Austin. Let me change that.
It's like, fuck that shit, bro. Fuck yeah. Fuck nah, bro.
You go deeper with Austin. He gives you time back. What do I mean? Well, I can't really spend time with my kids. Really?
Why not?
In what way? Well, if they have games and stuff like that, I'm never really there. Are you serious? Yeah, I mean, I'm not really there. How long have you been noticing that? Okay. I don't know you're a father. Like, as a father, like, I'm sure if you've been going through this for a while, like, I mean, you feel that, right? Yeah. Because how long are kids for? They're not long. So how does this actually impact you on a personal level, not being able to be there for them all the time? Well, I'm not happy for sure. Be careful, by the way, because again, we have to remember who this guy is. It's a closed off guy, right? So you may not be able to get as much deeper as you can, but I'm just giving you the full flow so that when you're with someone that
absolutely,
you know what to say. You may only get to the point where he says like, "Oh, I'm just not being with my kids as much as I want to be," you know, and then you could be like, "Okay, Jen, do you notice this as well?" Yeah, he's just never really there, blah, blah, blah. He's just working so much, blah, blah. Wow. And can I ask you, Jane, too, like with the way things are right now, I mean, he says his goal is to get this. Like, if we
What's
when we
your
do
goal?
help you, exactly when we do help, and then you can future pace her. When we do help you, blah blah blah, get you to XYZ, what changes for you as well? Because it's going to benefit you too. And then she's going to give you this information that she's giving. So now you've done 2 future paces properly,
Bro, that's so
and
deep.
then boom, and you will. I get found, and you watch the a good one to watch is how I did Charles, and the the 15K piff.
Yeah, I remember that.
That's a good one to watch because I'm sure. Yeah, bro, that's fucking beautiful. Because yeah, that's beautiful. That's a beautiful call to watch. Actually, I remember that call. Yeah, that was a good call. That's a good call
I'll
to
watch
watch.
it. I'll watch it for reference again.
Yeah.
Sorry, what was that?
Just the stuff you don't usually get to do with limited
Right.
income.
So you're saying with how things are right now, it's
Yeah. Again,
Don't assume.
nuances.
Don't
Yeah.
assume.
Well, don't say. I don't think you assume there, but it's like with nuances, you kind of don't want to make what you're saying a bit too obvious. It's a nuance. So again,
Okay.
for this type of person that's a bit more hyper aware, right? I'm not going to say A type because I hate that. A bit more hyper aware, you've got to be a bit more tactical. Just be like, oh wow, so with the way things are right now, it's a subtle difference. So you're saying with the way things are right now, you
Yeah,
can't do
yeah,
X, or oh wow, so with the way things are right now, you can't do X, right? It's a bit more genuine, but it's just saying, so you're
Yeah.
saying, because again, you're going into pain. So it's like, so you're saying you're in pain, yeah, as opposed to like,
It's
oh wow, so like you can't do
obvious.
this, yeah. It's just a bit too obvious. It's such a small nuance, yeah.
hard for you to do that?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. We live within a very strict budget for the most part. Like, if we want to take a vacation, we save up for it, and it takes a while. We don't take vacations.
Bro, I wish she was the
Last year
primary
our first
person, bro. She was opening up so fucking easy.
Yeah.
vacation in what, 4 years? About. So like it's just something that it's not financially possible all the time.
Yeah, and there's many ways you can go deeper here. Let me give you a few. So like, has that had an impact on you? Or are you happy with that? Or are you satisfied with the way things are right now? Well, of course not. Why not? Well, because I can't blah, blah, blah. And then what impact is that really having on you though? If you really thought about it,
Yeah.
Many ways to go deeper.
So
Austin, how do you feel about that?
This is where it went wrong.
Is that true?
First of all, exactly. Is that true?
About vacations, I'm a big fan.
Literally everything she said. The groceries,
Let's go back.
about. So like it's just something that
Because what is he doing now? He's not taking responsibility for how shit the situation is.
And I triggered
said-
that. I triggered that.
You with the question because of the type of person he is.
Yes.
Because he's got away with so many snidey remarks, he's going to keep fucking running away from you. He's going to keep
Yep.
running away. Yep.
it's not financially possible all the time. So
Austin, how do you feel about that?
About vacations, I'm a big fan.
Literally
Vacations, I'm a big fan. What the fuck, bro?
Oh my god. This guy, bro. I wish I could have punched him in the face. I mean, you tell me, bro. If you were in my shoes, you would have closed this guy, right?
I mean, he has so much pain, bro. And his wife is there to help me. I mean, like, there's no
Probably,
reason.
yes.
There's no reason why it wouldn't have happened. Whether it's on this call or follow up, I don't know, right? But like, it depends. Like, there's no reason why it wouldn't have happened.
the groceries, the freedom, the kids.
Yep.
I mean,
Again, you said the groceries, the freedom, the kids.
fuck?
So your oh man, your summary was not even specific too, because again, your goal with saying that is to try and remind him of what the fuck the wife has just poured her heart out, mate. And you're trying to remind her of him of his wife's heart, but you haven't really said the right words. It's like the groceries, the kids, the this. You want to be saying, well, the fact that for the past whatever, which you should have found out how long it's been going on for, you haven't been able to, it's been feeling like it's paycheck to paycheck or whatever, and you have to save so long. Like, how do you feel about the way things are right now? Which I wouldn't even ask, but that's if you wanted to ask that question.
Is that true? Is that true?
Is that true is way better. Yeah.
I now forgot to ask this question because it's important with your current job.
Again, don't even, because again, it's like,
I forgot to ask this
The
question,
whole-
bro. How many hours are you
the
working a
whole-
week?
Yeah, but the whole thing is like your mid deep future pace, and now you want to get, which is an emotional section.
A logical.
Now
Yeah.
you want to get logical, and then
Yup.
on top of that, right? I forgot to ask this question. On top of, oh, I mixed you up with someone else. On top of, looking
Oh,
like,
I forgot the
well,
script.
yeah. Do you know what I mean? It's just like
I
the
forgot
whole.
the script.
You know
What?
what's even.
It's you know what's good, bro? I'm watching this live with you, and I know what I'm fucking doing wrong. That's the
It's
best
good.
part.
That's the best part because you can see it now. And I want to give you my brain essentially by doing the coaching because it's like, I want to get you to a point where you can coach yourself.
I'm starting to pick up on that, bro. I'm actually starting to pick up on that.
Yeah. That's the end goal.
Bob, how many hours?
Yeah. You even. You
Come on,
remember
man.
you reminded me. You reminded me. Oh my days.
What am I reminding you of, bro?
No.
No, tell me. Tell
I
me.
can't speak. I'm laughing too hard. I can't even speak. You know when he said, I forgot the script.
Well, it is true. He's gonna interpret it as that, bro. He's gonna interpret it as that.
Yeah.
Are you putting in a week?
Usually between.
I think there's a part where you like, I had my.
Bro, calm the fuck down, bro. Calm the fuck down. It's not that funny.
Okay. So, do you see yourself being able to dedicate at least 5 to 10 hours a week into your real estate business? Do it properly?
Bro, this should have been asked in the beginning. What the fuck am I doing?
I mean, Austin, this goal of like being able to not worry about the bills, provide for your family and kids, and take vacations and things like that, and not worry about your time because you're in control of your time. How long has that been a goal for you?
This answer, bro. I fucking hate this answer. Bro, the fucking answer he gave me, bro. Like,
But also,
it's just...
let's take a step back. Let's analyze the question, right? Remember, she's future paced the problems. You haven't got confirmation of him being in alignment with the problems.
Yes.
So now you're asking a question of something that he doesn't even agree with. You're saying a lot in the question, like, kids, this, that, the other that he hasn't agreed with. So, of course, what is he supposed to do?
Just not gonna...
Just give you
gonna
shit,
skip. Yeah.
I don't know, since I first played Monopoly.
What the fuck is this guy?
It's all right, bro. I guess it's a mixture of me not setting the right tone and also a mixture of him being an asshole, I guess. But I'll take the responsibility.
I've never I've never
never never heard someone say that in a call, right? Like this guy, if I should have ended the call right there and there.
No, I mean, you have to call it out, but I've never heard anyone say Monopoly, bro. What the fuck?
Be like, Monopoly. Come on, man. Like, Monopoly?
Yeah, fuck. Let me stop laughing, bro, because this
is a serious goal, man. Like,
we need
this
to
is not
finish the
Monopoly.
call. Dude, Jesus Christ. I'm laughing even more breaking it down than I did when I was watching it. Jesus Christ, man.
I don't know, since I first played Monopoly.
When was that?
My whole life. I don't know.
What the fuck?
My whole life? I don't know. Yep.
Yeah. We know what the issue is. The issue is not even the question. It's just the fact that we didn't set up the future pace properly.
And
that's the root.
letting him
yeah,
keep
when I
throwing
say
shit tests.
Yeah, exactly. That's why this comes in, because the next part's man. The next.
Come on, man! Like we don't have all day to keep laughing.
That's the goal for everybody.
I know.
Right? Or at least a dream.
I know. Oh
Yeah.
man.
Have that kind of financial freedom and to spend your time how you want. I mean, of course, when you're a kid, you go, "Yeah, I'm going to retire when I'm 30." That's the dream.
Right. And so, Austin, what kind of impact has this had on you, knowing that you want to be there for your family as much as you would like? You want to take more vacations. You want to provide for them, not worry about your time and bills. I mean, what kind of impact has that had on you, knowing that you can't do anything right now with your current?
Yeah, and this is where it starts to go really fucking down. Let's listen to the question here. Keeping in mind that he did not say, I can't. Keeping in mind that he didn't say, the wife did, the bills issues and all this shit that you're listing. Which, in my opinion, I don't think you need to list everything under the sun because it's a bit like overkill. It's a bit like, what the fuck is this guy doing? Do you know what I mean? You just need to get the core elements. So that's a nuanced skill you have to pick up over time.
I mean, of course, when you're a kid, you go, "Yeah, I'm gonna retire when I'm 30." That's the dream.
Right. So, Asan, what kind of impact has this had on you, knowing that you want to be there for your family as much as you would like, you want to take more vacations, you want to provide for them, and not worry about your time and bills? I mean, what kind of impact has that had on you, knowing that you can't do anything right now with your current lifestyle?
Can't do anything right now with your current lifestyle.
I guess a better word would be like you can't really achieve that as much as you would like.
Yeah, you can't do that to the extent that you would like
that
to.
you would like, yeah.
Yeah. Because when you box a guy like this, bro, he is going to rinse you, mate. And you'll hear this now.
I don't know that I've ever felt like I can't do anything. It's made me creative. It's what leads me to seek out things like this, right? Like before looking at finding a real estate mentor, like I said, I devoted myself into bettering myself at my job, right? And moved from, when I
So now he's extremely defensive. You can hear it, right?
started the company 10 years ago, I was making
that's more sales resistance.
less than $40,000 a year, and now I'm making over $100,000 a year. So I've never felt.
Oh, he's trying to protect his ego.
It's always
Exactly. Yeah.
just finding the better thing.
Right. And I appreciate you for sharing that. But kind of like, obviously, this has had impact on you, right? Because if it didn't.
And this is really, this is where I would.
And I'm trying to even fight him back.
I left the chat at this point, bro, because I was like, this is audio pain, bro. I couldn't get through.
It's not funny, bro. It's not funny.
I'm not laughing. I'm just like,
I know, bro,
it's
but
too painful, bro. It's too painful.
Right. And I appreciate you for sharing that. But kind of like, obviously, this has had impact on you, right? Because if it didn't, we wouldn't be on this call, correct?
Right.
So for you, if you can expand on that for me, what kind of impact did that have on you?
What kind of, let's listen to what kind of impact did a thing that I don't even agree with have on me? How can I answer that question?
You can't.
You can't.
Sorry, I don't know what you're looking for.
Even he's laughing.
Yeah.
Because he's like, what the fuck is going on right now?
Share your feelings on it. We're being transparent with you.
Share your feelings. Gosh.
And I'm not here to judge anybody. I just want to know deep down how you feel. Because if I don't understand that, there's no motivation.
Sure. Well, that's the scariest place to be, right? We're right at that point where I feel fine. Right?
Fine?
I worry about
it. Bro, this guy is this slippery fucker, and he's slippery because you didn't fucking put him in this place in the beginning.
I understand.
Yeah.
I'm taking responsibility for this.
I don't worry about money too often right now, right? Like that's where we're at. Is we've reached a point where we could do nothing and make it to retirement and still have nothing, but we'd survive the whole way through, right? So we're at the most dangerous part of any person's adult life, where we don't have enough to thrive.
The wife saves you
life,
here.
But we have enough that if we get lazy, we can be lazy, and no financial trauma in the near future would really change that, right? We're not living exactly paycheck to paycheck, so there's no negative emotions around the typical need for money that's driving this, right? It's just the next step. It's moving. It's a need to not be stagnant more than a need to escape poverty.
So why not just keep doing? What's so bad about 9 to 5 and 120K a year?
Right, that's exactly what I'm describing.
Well, I responded well with that.
Yeah, that's fine. In my head, I'm always thinking like I would be going into. It sounds like you want to start going into consequence at this point. You know.
There's just nothing right with it, right? It's like I'm at that. I have to do something now, because if I don't accelerate what I'm doing, I will be just like the 80% of people who are fine.
Right.
So now you've got his true core driver, which is not being average.
Okay.
And always being a high achiever, if you will.
And a lot of people settle for that, fine and surviving. So for you, I mean, are you gonna settle for that?
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's now or never, right? Like if I don't do something now, if I settle, then that's it. Like so, yeah, I'm driven to do something now, right? Nothing's gonna motivate me later. I have to motivate myself now before I get used to fine.
I mean, Austin, I'm not trying to put you on the spot here, but why would you not settle for that lifestyle you just described?
Because it's the same thing that our parents have had our entire lives. They are fine. They made it to retirement. They have just enough to meet their needs, and they don't do anything extravagant. They're fine. But when it comes down to it, when they move on, when they pass on, there's no inheritance left. There's nothing for their children. There's nothing. They are just coasting. And I've watched my parents and his parents for the last 20 years. That's just what it is. And I don't want to be fine. I want to be fantastic.
Great,
You know?
fantastic.
I would rather fail at this and be poor again, because that would motivate me to do another thing, than to not do this and be fine. Because like I said, there will not be a life event that will cause me to.
So now he's agreeing with his wife.
Yeah, because because you're getting to the root of like his core driver now. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I either succeed and that's awesome, or I fail and that forces more action.
Oh yeah. Okay. So it sounds like Jamie and you, Austin, have similar motivation, which is obviously
Yeah, I wouldn't just say that. Just say, yep. And it's good to hear that you're on the same page with this, you know?
Okay.
And then just keep going.
see yourselves and your parents, and you've seen the result, and you want to prevent the outcome of your parents being your outcome. Is that right?
Absolutely.
That's fine.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
I respect
because
that.
I
That's actually
got
very deep, and thanks for
kind of
sharing
like
that
summarize
So-
it. Yeah.
Yeah. This is our favorite part of the call.
to me. I mean,
Really?
here's the thing. Sorry, my brain just froze for a second.
Oh, bro, you know what happened here? I fucking lost track of which line I'm supposed to say next.
Yeah. You can
And
see
I think
now.
they picked up on that.
Yeah,
think.
you can see the whole picture now in someone's head of like who you might be, you know?
I should have asked him who's in control though. Whether
Yes, exactly.
Now,
we stay fine or become fantastic.
Great.
the end
Yes,
of the day,
exactly.
who is responsible for making sure that we take the right steps into trying something and making sure that we succeed? Who's in control? Whether we do it and achieve our goals?
We are.
Are they laughing? No?
Something.
I
and
doubt
succeed
it.
at, who's in control? Whether we do it and achieve our
It
goals?
doesn't matter anyway, but
We are.
So
Said
you
we
are
are.
responsible for being in the position you are in today, and you're also responsible for what
no, I
happens
know
next,
he
right?
said yep.
And just double checking with that responsibility. Do you feel like now enough's enough, and I'm ready to actually start progressing and make small changes to get to my goal? How do you feel?
Yep.
Awesome. Because based on what you told me, Austin and Jamie, I feel like we can
Okay.
help you out. All right. So there's
So to kind of summarize everything that just happened.
Yeah.
Future pace fucked up. That's
Yeah.
why objections came up. If I did future pace correctly, I wouldn't have to deal with objections, correct?
Mhm.
So
If you
even
no, if it, say that statement again, I just want to make sure
all right.
it's
So
accurate.
I fucked up. All right, so couple points here. I fucked up. My tonality was like, I don't want to be here.
Yeah.
I didn't slap him enough in the wrist to get him in my frame. So
Yeah.
I let him keep shit testing me. He was not
Yeah.
taking the call seriously. He was not taking me seriously. And
Yeah.
then Future Pace fucked it over. Car
North
crash.
Star, remember North Star?
North
Remember
Star.
North
North
Star?
Star. Yeah.
Right.
North Star. And then you obviously take notes and implement what you just told me in Future Pace. So if we put in account everything, it's holistic. If we did everything right, I wouldn't have to be dealing with that objection at the end, correct?
You would have got them to such a point where they have to do something.
Sorry, someone just, oh, what the fuck? I just got scared, bro.
You would have got them to such a point that they have to do something.
So there you have it, guys. That was a live call breakdown with me coaching one of my students, helping him actually overcome some of the key sticking points which stopped him from making a shit ton of money on one of the offers he was selling. Now, what stops people from making money is some of these issues that you saw, right? And that's the whole thing. It's not like people that make 50K a month are special humans. No, they just study nuances. They got call breakdowns. They got real advice from real people that have been there, done that consistently, not just in one company, which is one of the fallacies you want to watch out for in this space, where people have just sold one company very well, and they want to preach the sales style to everyone. It doesn't work like that. I've got about 5 different sales styles I personally use, depending on the avatar, depending on the offer, is how you close at a very, very high percentage consistently. Okay. And so what I do, and if you are interested, reps that are struggling, they feel like they're lost, they feel like they're confused, they have no direction. You're not making more, you've never made more than 10K a month, for example, right? That is an issue with your system, how you're selling, what you're saying. the processes you use. And you need someone to come in and analyze every aspect, right? Just like I did in this video. And so if you're looking for high level, tailored, nuanced feedback, right? Because it's the nuances that separate the best from the average, right? If you want to actually be the best, you want to be a top closer, okay? Book in a call. Let me show you exactly what those nuances that you need to fix are. Because remember, every call you don't close is commission that you're missing out on, which ultimately is that dream life, or that dream outcome, or that dream vision that you have just dwindling and dwindling and dwindling, right? The longer you put this off, are you really looking after yourself? And can you really say to yourself that you're actually doing everything you can to make the most money you possibly want and actually look after either of yourself or your loved ones? Are you really doing everything you really can, right? And when I asked myself these questions, that's when I was like, shit, let me get to work. Let me go find who I need to find to learn from. So if you're in that position, you're not making the money you want to make, you're capped, you're stuck, you need the nuanced feedback, book in a call, I've got you. That's what I'm here for, right? I'm only here to help you level up and make sure you become one of the best in the space. So if you like the sound of that, book in a call. If you like this video as well, let me know in the comments below. Obviously, the more I hear from you guys, the more I can share. Again, this is just one of many sales processes I use. But this one here, if you implement, you're going to make a shit ton of money. So without further ado, I'll catch you guys in the next video.